Today, I want to talk to you about the exciting topic of elephant hunting. If you have a B2B business, there's almost nothing more exciting than hunting and bagging an elephant-sized customers. It can produce huge revenue growth fast. It can excite investors. It can provide leverageable names for more hunting. It can feed mouths at the company and egos as well. What could possibly be better? The answer is almost nothing, assuming that you have the knowledge and weapons to hunt those elephants before you run out of time and money. All too often, we see the leaders of B2B startups focused on elephants rather than small to mid-sized prey. And those smaller prey may be easier to get, easier to show as revenue, they're far more plentiful, and they make decisions quicker. None of this means you shouldn't go after elephants, but what it does mean is you should ask yourself some hard questions before you decide that's what makes sense for your company. Small to mid-sized customers actually purchasing and using your product is way better in almost all cases than giant potential customers on the horizon. Because remember, those giants are typically way slower when it comes to making a decision to purchase and use a new product or service. Does any of this mean you shouldn't go after elephants? Absolutely not. But it does mean you need to think hard and ask yourself a number of key questions, such as, where does elephant hunting fit into your sales and growth strategy? Is it near term, longer term? Are the pachyderms higher in the sales tree or lower? Second, does your CEO have the bandwidth to go elephant hunting? Because typically he or she is the person who's the face of the company when it comes to going after elephants. And that's somebody who's almost always pulled in many directions and whose time is at a premium. Third, do you have the human resources who have the knowledge and experience to go sell big, complex companies? Are these people going to walk through the door with a toolkit and a playbook? Or are they going to have to learn on the job, and often learning on the dangerous plains of the Serengeti hunting elephants? Fourth, do you have the financial resources to not just survive, but thrive in the face of typically slow decision cycles that we see all the time from these big companies? Fifth, who feels the most pain? Is it the elephant-sized customers or the small and mid-sized customers? Who will realize the most ROI from implementing your product or service? Because the one thing we know is whoever feels the most pain and can realize the most ROI makes the quickest decision. Will elephant hunting enable you to build a growth trajectory that excites current and potential investors, that gets them to lean in and say, this is a company I want to support in their next round of funding? Potential customers on the horizon doesn't excite most of us. We care about actual customers who have closed deals and are producing revenue for the company. Finally, why is it that you don't want to go after zebras and gazelles, the small and mid-sized customers? Is it because they don't feel as much pain? Is it because they're not as emotionally and financially satisfying to hunt? Or is there another reason? If you answer these questions dispassionately, coldly, steely-eyed, chances are you will make a much, much better decision. And all I can say at this point is happy hunting.